Your mind is not just part of the game, it is the game. And that voice in your head, oh yeah, it's telling you to get up. It's either building an empire or it's building excuses. Coming up today, we're ripping it apart in the morning. Hey, there we go. Good morning. Gotta make sure I'm on the right camera there. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where we don't just break those bad habits, we break the person, you, who keeps making them. Hey, I'm Keith Bilous, and I'm your host, and if you're hunting for gentle motivation and cute little morning hacks, yeah, I invite you to unsubscribe from the channel. But if you're looking for ways to get your ass out of bed and get going today, stick around, subscribe, like, comment on the channel. And what we are here, we are all about real talk and real action. Quick warning, your morning routine isn't failing you, nation. No, it's your weak mindset. Kyle has seen the difference between I'll try and I'll die trying. These days, the League of Business Athletes, we're dropping the application process has started just now.
I am fucking who I am. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. You can call me dickhead and I'll say, listen, that's fine. Just call me dickhead over there, please. Get out of my way.
There's only one John Anderson.
It's like a four-wheel drive deal. It's almost like when you see like races where they take these things and do crazy shit.
Like a
They're
dune
going through
buggy?
the desert.
When I built this house, the entire lower level was a rec room. Bar, never used. Johnny ripped the whole thing out, put it into a gym. Now it's used for 2-3 hours a day, 4 hours a day.
I tell my friends and family, I don't even have to be there. If you want to go, it's meant to use. So if you guys want to go down there, even if I'm not there, I'll call the front gate, tell them you're coming and you're in.
Every morning, that voice in your head is either going to build your empire or dig your grave. You're not just skipping a day, you're hardwiring mediocrity into your DNA.
Small wins are big wins. You got to celebrate those motherfuckers, but don't get comfortable at the same time.
If you want to lose respect and credibility, that's the best way to do it right there. When you say you're going to do something, you don't do it.
You got to practice what you preach, though.
So what is that bullshit? Like never trust a skinny chef, sort of that idea?
That voice in your head, yeah, it's got a master's degree in bullshit. Yeah, true story. Too tired, too stressed, too busy. Yeah, superheroes, yeah, they don't negotiate with that voice. No, they silence it. So the only question you have right now is, are you going to own this next 24 hours or are those next 24 hours going to own you? Put on the cape and change the entire story.
It's interesting. I think when people start to think about these Olympic and Paralympic champions, they think they're immune to that stuff, and that's not the case. They just develop a habit of making sure they're telling themselves the right things in those moments. They just develop a script, and they go to that script on a regular basis because they know if they don't have that script, that shitty inner voice is going to dominate over and over. I'm getting ready to bang this message out of the park. I'm so excited about motivation, high performance.
Yeah.
Look around, there's about 80 guys in the room, and I am the lowest performing human in that room. It's so important to surround yourself with great people who can call you out and can challenge you so you don't get too comfortable. It's always tomorrow. You're either going to come lift or you're not. And if you're not lifting, you're not the kind of guy that I want to hang with. Maybe you don't want to actually push yourself and try to see what's possible in your life. We take on the habits and the behaviors and the perspectives and the values of the people we hang out with. And if we don't like what we're seeing around us, that stuff is coming into us whether we like it or not. If you hang around with a bunch of assholes who don't matter much to you, really, right? If you a bunch of friends who are part-time friends who don't actually matter much in your life and you don't really connect with family that much, you don't really need to be accountable to anybody because at the end of the day, they're not that accountable to you and they're not going to really give a shit. Success is uncommon. Like these people, these are uncommon humans because they have developed habits and routines that are uncommon.
If you're looking to burn calories without putting strain on your joints, I got some low impact cardio for you for all fitness levels. Low impact cardio is going to bring high impact results.
Nobody ever talks about the shitty side of, oh, so now you made it? Yeah, but I'm fucking feeling empty like a motherfucker and I'm lost.
When you make a choice to do something like this, you got to get really fucking in tune with saying no to a lot of shit to get a lot of shit out of your life so that you can create the time for the shit that's important to you. You'd be really surprised. You clear out a lot of space in your life if you really have the balls to say no.
The reason why most people don't do the things they want to do is because they don't realize that they are constantly trying to navigate competing goals.
I remember in my 20s in college trying to be dragged and I went to the clubs and the bars, but deep down I'm like, no, but I want to go to the gym. No, I want to go to bed so I can get up in the morning.
We are hardwired to care about what people think about us. It goes back tens of thousands of years. Like if we were in a small little tribe and if we pissed off our tribe and we got exiled, we'd likely die.
Not caring about what most people think about you is freedom. Those dark places in your life are going to yield the biggest, best gains for you. So the message is simple. Stop running from it and start running to it.
If there's one visualization tip that I could give to people, it's make it as real as possible. So engage all your senses. So what are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you smelling? What can you feel in your hands?
Our brains, our minds don't really understand the difference between if it's actually physically acted out or if you're just mentally living it out.
Nobody gets to success without seeing it first or without believing it first. And visualization is part of that.
The better we get at seeing that and bringing the reality to it with all our senses and detail to it, then when we need it in the big moments and the big things come up, that skill is going to be more deeply ingrained.
I hate having to go for a run, but then I know how I'm going to feel when I get into the shower. I start thinking about that, which makes me enjoy the run. Or if I know I'm going to go make my wife live a year longer, I'm like, okay, I know how that's going to feel, so I'm going to go get after it. Routine visualization equals success. It's really as simple as that.
It's not about the money. It's not about the status. It's not about figuring it all out. It's about the freedom to live life on our terms, to be there when it matters. So next time you're grinding, remember, you're not just building a business or a brand, you're building a life that aligns with what really matters to you.
Monetize your passion. Then if you're a slave to your passion, there's nothing wrong with that. When you get up and you do what you love, I just started pursuing the things that scared me. Now, what scares me the most is I feel like I don't have enough time, which is something I have to manage.
What's the best way to torch body fat? Now we know it's about single ingredient foods and eating clean all the time.
What most people know is calorie deficit, which means not eating enough. So the body is forced to burn its own tissue. The problem is you're burning fat and muscle. That's when you lose 10 pounds, but you feel like shit. What you have to do is use your stomach to help you understand how much wood to put on the fire, how much food to consume.
With your metabolism, you got to feed your metabolism. So if you're not feeding your body frequently, you're not giving your body anything to burn. It's going to essentially make your body store fat.
You'll actually start to sleep better and you'll realize, holy shit, my waist is getting smaller. Keep in mind, you can challenge yourself. I challenge myself all the time with 20 reps and 30 rep sets. Those shock my body far more than doing a single or a double or a triple. You got to shock the body, but just remember, you could shock the body with pretty much any rep range you choose, whether it's a small one.
When there's intention, there's awareness, and then the words become very meaningful. This creator shares his personal journey with anxiety, helping men open up about mental health in a world where silence is often the norm. Helping men talk about anxiety in a world where pouring yourself a nightly cocktail is more acceptable than therapy. Leaning into mental anxiety and mental health the way he's doing it, I got nothing but props and respect for that, because not many men do this. Most entrepreneurs skip because they're too busy chasing likes instead of building legacy.
You're taught you're going to take the free throw 1,000, 10 million times in your mind before you're actually going to get into a game and take the free throw. Being present in the moment is easier when I'm visualizing it ahead of time, because then I can know what it's going to feel like. I'm visualizing confidence. I'm visualizing self-worth. I'm visualizing self-value, because those are tenets that I struggle with